What I'm going to show you today is the data bus from the 8-bit Perma-Proto project that I'm doing based on Ben Eater's breadboard version. And you can see the module right here, all soldered up on the Perma-Proto from Adafruit. So we'll go ahead and turn on our power supply, 5 volts. What we have is 2 sets of register inputs using a standardized connector that I've defined for this project. That standardized connector, you'll see the pin out here, has an input enable, output enable, and then each of the 8 bits for the bus. And we'll, of course, have 2 registers, the A and B register for this project. So what I'm using here are these tri-state switches. Now what's cool about these switches is they have 2 sets of terminals, of these 3 terminals, that are independently switched, so that I can go to high Z, pull up, pull down, and it will switch that for the input enable signal on this side. And on the other side, I can switch an LED to show which of the 3 states I'm in. So no LED, it means that I'm in the tri-state, the high Z state, and this is enable, and this is disable. So we're going to start by manually enabling the inputs on both of the registers. Now, of course, the registers aren't hooked up here, but this would override that signal. This is the output, and for the output, we are going to manually disable the output of each of the registers. This button here is a local override button, and what that is going to do, it is going to allow me to program in a state on this set of piano switches. So come back over here, and we will turn on there. So now we are putting this data on the bus, and you can see if I go over here and flip the switch, turn it off and on, and because the input is enabled, the next clock edge would have the both registers take this value in. Now, using a set of universal gates here, we have a nice bit of logic in that if I switch this now to output on the bus, it has disabled my local override automatically, and we get a red LED saying that you're asking for a local override, but one is not available because it's being overridden. And you can see that if I turn this off, that warning will go away, but if I turn it on, it'll say, no, you can't do that because one of the registers is putting the value on the bus. If the register had been hooked up, what you would have saw is that this value here that we had put on the bus would have been stored and then would have persisted, but at this time would have been coming from the register.